Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Get a Steady Stream of Higher-Paying Coaching Clients Without Being Pushy. And I gotta tell you, I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine, a client, so we've done some work together as well. And one of the things that we were talking about actually was relating back to a question that I had asked myself previously. So if you've ever been following this, either through my podcasts or just videos or seen me speak or whatever the case may be, you'll know one of the questions I like to ask of myself is, all things being equal, would I rather have 1,000 email addresses, all right, or 1,000 LinkedIn contacts? So assuming that, it's all your target market, it's all your buying market, the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, would I rather have 1,000 emails or 1,000 LinkedIn contacts? And the answer, in my mind, is 1,000 LinkedIn contacts. The answer and the reason for that is real simple for me. I think that with email, you have a challenge now of getting people. There's spam filters and people are just kind of like a little funny with their email. It's like they're asking for, like their driver's license sometimes. You know what I mean? They get a little funny with it. Versus LinkedIn, your message always goes through and, it's a stable platform. All right. So 1,000 email addresses, 1,000 LinkedIn contacts. I would take 1,000 LinkedIn contacts, no question. So I was asking a different question over the weekend, which was, all right, would I rather have 1,000 LinkedIn contacts, right? Or would I rather have 1,000 people in my Facebook group? Again, all things being equal. And it was an interesting conversation because we were talking about that. And you know where I come out with that? I come out with the fact that I would actually rather have 1,000 people in my Facebook group versus necessarily 1,000 of those same people as LinkedIn contacts. And you're like, now, why is that the case? Now, let me back up. I am a LinkedIn man. This is not a condemnation about LinkedIn at all, actually, okay? But here's the thing. With LinkedIn, there's only a certain number of times, there's only a certain amount you can do. I personally am a direct message man. I know there's a school of thought that says you don't have to do that as much. That's fine. I like to contact with people. I like to increase that level of engagement. That's me, all right? But still, even with that, you can't do that all of the time. You don't want to bother people. When you post stuff like videos or even on your feed, you're not sure if it doesn't always get through to everybody because they're simply not on the platform at the time, every time that you post something. Conversely, with your Facebook group, well, that's exactly what happens. Even though they're not on it at that time, you can post something in your Facebook group. Not only will they get a notification telling them, hey, listen, Brian just put something out there, but you can see who's actually viewed your stuff versus who has not. So then what can happen is, depending on how you want to play it, you can, supplement that with a direct messaging campaign with the people. If you chart, which I have, if you chart all of your videos and chart all the people who've watched it, you can get a feel for, first of all, what's popular and what you might want to think about doing a program or a class with. You can also see who likes what, target a message geared for them. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do. Not even getting into the fact that once people get on your Facebook group, then you can run challenges and all bunch of stuff like that. All right. So that got me thinking, is Facebook, the groups at least portion of the Facebook groups today, the new email of what it used to be? And I got to tell you, I think the answer is yes. I mean, I remember coming up when email was just coming out and it was like all the rage because people actually opened it and looked at it and, whatever. And then less and less so and progressively less. Now, I'm not going to say that email is dead. There's a lot of people who say that sometimes. I'm not saying that. If email works for you, that's great. I know for me, I'm speaking for myself, I know that email for me has become progressively less effective in terms of connecting and engaging my constituency. I know that. And I also know that when I'm talking about getting out content and when I'm talking about being able to track that content and I'm talking about engagement and I'm talking about an area where people are comfortable in working and engaging with me, I know that Facebook groups are the way I'm going in terms of getting people to be able to build my audience and grow my following. So I wanted to share that with you. If you would like, swing on by our blog. That is practicebuilderblog.com. We've got all kinds of good stuff on there. Some of it's free. Some of it you'll have to pay for, but all of it's designed to help you brand and grow your coaching practice. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.